My name is Tab, and I have been using positive reinforcement and clicker training for several years now. I first came across it back in university when I was studying psychology and animal behavior. And I just remember that I found it so fascinating that there's a way to teach your dog to do just about anything. Growing up, I had always wanted to have a dog and teach him how to play fetch and all these different things, but I never really had one, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't because I understand it all so much better today than I did 10 to 15 years ago. But as I began to study and learn more about dog training, I found that there is a lot of information out there, but there's also a lot of misinformation, which for the average person, it's very difficult to distinguish the stuff that is positive, effective, scientifically accurate versus the stuff that may seem to work, but in the long run, it just causes all sorts of problems. Over the past few years, I've been lucky enough to have worked with all sorts of dogs and people, and I just feel like every single one of them has taught me something different and unique. Clicker training is about developing this two-way channel of communication, and learning has to happen on both ends for the dog as well as the human. So in my quest for knowledge, I eventually discovered YouTube, and I was just so happy to have found this community of people that share my values in dog training. And I just had to share and contribute to help spread the message of gentle and positive dog training so that it can continue to grow. As many of you probably know, I currently share my space with Celea, who is a long-haired German Shepherd. I've had her since she was about 12 weeks old, and the interesting thing is that she was the last one of her brothers and sisters to find a home, which is strange to me because I think she's probably the cutest little puppy I had ever seen. I started clicker training her the day after I brought her home, and today she's about 2.5 years old. At the beginning of this year, I decided that I would make at least one video every single week for as long as I can. I think that if you put something out there and just one person watches it and learns one little thing from it, a new idea or a new way to do something, then, for me that's worth all the hours of filming and editing and putting that video together. So thank you for watching. So I'm gonna try and do this video in as few takes as possible.